And we're rolling. All right. I got a special dungeon session tonight. I'm joined with the Sisters Hunt. You all have respected names, so I would address all of them. But as we grew up and known each other, I know you as the Hunt Sisters. So thank you for joining me tonight and staying up late for a dungeon session to put me on the bag of six.
So late for us.
Super late.
I appreciate it. Today, what we're going to do in our little Brady Bunch squares, this is the first time I've had multiple guests on that weren't like a couple in the same box. So this,
in the little squares.
right, so this is fun.
You're a Brady Bunch.
and Alice will be popping up in the middle in about 20 minutes. Until then, we're going to be drafting, and we're not going to do 6 today because there are so many of us, and that will take a long time. So we're going to do 4 each, making the bag of 16 of the greatest dance scenes from movie history. Now, this is not technical quality or anything like that. It could be. That could be your selling point. But basically, it's the most entertaining to you, what you think's the best, what you think is the most fun dance scene from a movie. The movie doesn't have to be dance oriented. It can just have a random scene in it. I know of a couple. No spoilers though. So what we're going to do is a snake draft because there are 4 of us, and I'm going alphabetical order to be diplomatic. And I'm going Andrea, Angie, Reagan, me, and then it'll go me again. And then it'll go back to Reagan, Angie, and Andrea, and back and forth.
Taking notes.
So as we're getting used to the format, I'll guide, but this is what we're going to start off with. So the number 1 pick in the most entertaining, most fun, dazzling dance scenes. I'm picking the experts here. You guys definitely all have a flair for dramatics and performance and dancing and all kinds of fun. So please, without further ado, hit us with the number 1 pick, Andrea.
The number 1 pick. I love it that I'm getting this first one because you cannot think of amazing dance scenes from a movie without going to the final dance of Dirty Dancing. You just can't. I mean, I'm so glad that I got to pick number 1 because I had the time.
Here we go.
Here we go, right? And then when they all get going down the aisle together and everybody gets, and then everybody starts dancing, getting up out of their seats, and all the old people are dancing, and they're all dirty dancing and grinding. It's just, you can't help but love.
Look back, hey, baby, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the look back, for sure. Yeah.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
It's so iconic that even, Ryan Gosling, despite being Ryan Gosling, that was his go-to move in the movie, was it Crazy Stupid Love? He's like,
I love that movie.
I can do the lift. And she was like, what?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that scene.
That was his knockout punch.
I mean, how many people have tried that scene? It's just my favorite of all times. The second you asked us to do this, I was like, done. I know what it is. Yeah, so that's my top 1. So do I write that down, or do you put that on some kind of draft list you have going on?
No, I got it. And it was on my list as well.
Oh, it was.
Fantastic. I was like, it can't go unpicked. So
Right.
fantastic choice. Amazing score. Great, she's like the wind. I mean, that was Swayze himself.
She's like the wind.
She like the wind. Yeah, for sure.
Who knew Patrick Swayze would chart? I mean, that's amazing. Beautiful song. All right. Angie Davis, as your little moniker says on your thing. You all got your names up on there. Reagan's iPhone, Adrienne Shelton, Angie Davis.
I heard that mine was going to say Maxwell Shelton because I thought I was logging as him.
Sure.
I felt
I had a toss-up between my 1 and 2. Oh man, all of mine were tricky, but I'm gonna go because this is so much fun. Is the dinner scene in Beetlejuice? Tadeo.
Yes.
Tadeo.
Banana Boat song.
Tadeo. We all get up and start, come man, we want to go home. With the shrimp come up and grab their face, and they all get up and dance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they thought they were trying to haunt them at the time, and those people never had a better time in their life. They wanted to market.
No, they're like what did we just stumble into?
Where you're like, I want to be there. I want to be there right now in life. I don't care what's going on.
I don't think there's ever a song in history that makes you not want to get up and dance.
This
I mean, there's many of them, but that one is just
Mhm.
sensational for that. So
Yes.
They went back to the well at the end of the movie with the okay, I could jump in the line. The Harry Belafonte when she's
Yeah,
raping,
oh, she floats up the staircase.
when
they got ghosts around them. Like, yeah, it was epic, man. That's
Yeah.
a fantastic.
good pull, Ange. Good pull.
Mm-hmm. Great movie.
I got some obscure ones.
Mhm.
Wah. Am I up?
Now you're up. After you've wet your whistle, you're all set to go.
I'm going to go with my number one pick is from The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and the queen of all queens, Betty White, when they dance in the forest, and Betty White is Grandma Annie.
I have no idea.
And Sandra Bullock comes in and she's dancing to The Sweat Drops Down My Balls. I don't know the name of the real name of the song is probably not that, but that's how it goes.
What are we talking about right now?
It is
It is-
known as that from now on out.
It's hysterical. I mean, it sounds so bizarre, but it's like one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
To the windows. To the,
I don't even know that song. I mean, I don't even know that scene. I've never seen that before.
Dude, you gotta watch it.
it is Betty White in all of her majesty. For sure.
She's got the dress, there's a seance, there's
Yeah.
smoke,
I can't imagine Betty White dancing to that.
bizarre, weird, but super funny.
That's pretty obscure. It's a pretty good one.
It'll take you down a YouTube window. Yeah, definitely look that one up. I'll link that actually when we post
Yeah.
it because that's a classic. And that did not make no list, and I'm a little jealous. That's fantastic. All right, so now I'm up, and what I'm thinking of doing is it's known as an 80s stack. Because 80s, everybody was dancing in the 80s. That's just what they did.
Yeah, life was better then.
Yeah, it was
What a
time to dance. And so even when you
Worry about.
get a bunch of people, they don't even know each other in a library on Saturday, and they all get together to write an essay. They are in the Breakfast Club, and
On top of the books.
yes, you got John Benner up on the statue. You started off with Ali Sheedy doing her thing. Then you got Molly Ringwald doing what is known as the Ringwald. She's got her kicks up on the landing. And then you got Anthony Michael Hall doing whatever he probably does in his room by himself all the time in the DJ booth. Cutting it up. Emilio Estevez is doing some Macho Man stuff. It's like all their personalities, but then they all come together and start doing like the foot thing up on the riser and like doing one of these. And they're bonding for the first time. And so, yes, I went with the Breakfast Club, and famously recreated by AOC, which she caught some heat for when she first got into her position, but it was just an iconic dance scene, and it all ends with Sheedy going down into the puddle of a coat. But
So
I
good.
was disappointed because in rewatching it, I did want Emilio Estevez to shatter the glass at the end, but I realized that was the smoking pot scene, and it was not in the dance scene. So I had to decide between the two, and I went with the dance scene. But yeah, Breakfast Club was definitely one of those ones. It was just like they had a record player, like in the library. They had everything in this library. It was the greatest library ever. We had like magazines holding hands at Centennial. Like we didn't really have a library. Like they had.
That made me want to get detention, just so I could.
Like, I want to go hang out.
Yeah,
For sure.
like well, we never got detention. Except for the hangout.
You would if you had a library like that.
Yeah, exactly. Did Central even have a library?
I don't think so.
Showing
don't
us
Don't say that out loud.
parts right now. I know they had a theater. Which is a great segue into my. Oh, I don't get the next one though.
No.
I get my second pick.
Second pick.
And this one, I went back and forth on, but it is so ridiculous that I can't let it slide.
Okay.
It is also from the 80s, a movie specifically about dancing, and not so much dancing in general, but the fact that they don't even allow dancing or music in this town.
Yep, you got to
You gotta go there.
Oh, yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
It's outlawed, and young Kevin Bacon comes strolling in his yellow car, blasting his music, the cops scraping him with a license. How dare you, sir? And most people would think, oh, The end scene, yeah, man, when they played the song. No. My man was so upset, he took a beer and his car to a random warehouse and just went loose, man. And he's going down and he's up and he's doing all these things. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's in a high bar doing spins and does like this full extension. That, why?
Who knew? Who knew he had that skill?
Everyone knows to burn off steam, guys. What you do?
Nobody's here. No one's watching you, man. This is just you just ripping this whole place apart. And yeah, Kevin Bacon warehouse barn, whatever you want to call it, scene from Footloose was I watched it probably 15 times this week again. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. He rips his sweatshirt off. He's like dusting it left and right. He's got lighting. There's like pains coming everywhere. He's doing high kicks. He's all over the place. And then this gymnastics routine comes in.
Just gotta get it out.
His song's like never gonna break. And I'm like, whoa, man, I'm in.
Wow.
I'm feeling it. I'm on it.
You gotta cut.
Yeah, it is pretty epic. And the last scene, the big huge, like at the school, like when all the kids actually finally get to dance too, like that's another one of those, you can't sit still. Like you literally can't sit still when you hear that song and you picture that scene. Like,
oh yeah, liberating.
I think it's like physically impossible to not at least like tap your foot to it, let alone get up and have a full dance party. That movie.
Yeah. And speaking of tapping your foot to it, I also was kind of halfway there with Let's Hear It for the Boy when he's teaching his homeboy to dance and they're on the bleachers, like trying to keep some rhythm, and they got the long ass headphone cord because it's 1980 and they're both like on the same trying to beat. And they're doing the toe taps on the bleachers, just trying to get a basic beat down. And like that was a cute one too. I mean, it's full of them, but Homeboy in the Warehouse, I had to go.
Sure.
So now, Snake Draft, we're coming back.
Okay.
All right, number 2 on my list, I'm going to go with Vince Vaughn as Joseph in Four Christmases, which by far my favorite movie of all time, I think, because it's so stupid.
Is that
so,
a dance scene?
And so
it is. Yeah, they do start dancing and singing.
Like
small dance scene after he plays Joseph when he clearly steals the show from Mary, who can't swaddle. When he goes back and he gets into his chair and he's like, I mean, it's like, but he's dancing to Silent Night, which is the best part. But it's like rock star the big churches where everybody's jumping.
yeah,
And,
I just watched that like 5 times, right? Like last month.
oh yeah, it's so good.
I caught Heat. It was on my list of best Christmas movies of all time. I caught Heat.
Hands down.
On that wall.
Hands down. So good. I love it.
He goes to his mom's house and he's dating his best friend. So good.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. They're playing the games.
There's every scene in it.
You know what? You were my best friend. You were my best friend.
Right.
She finds out his name's Orlando.
Ooh. Yes.
All right,
Dallas.
we'll
Orlando.
I'm
Who else?
loving it.
Fucking Christmas movies.
I'm loving it.
So
That's
good.
fantastic. All right. We're swinging.
Right.
I don't know where everybody's located.
Down the end.
Personal things, because
Oh no.
all different. But we're going down.
Down the Ange. I think we're all the same.
Oh, I'm up. But either.
You're up. You're back.
All right, so I'm going super duper. Here's that quick on my feet thing. Obscure with this, but it's funny. It instantly came to mind when thinking of these scenes, and it's when Gregory Hines and Mikhail Baryshnikov. I forgot how do you say it. Baryshnikov in White Nights.
Yeah.
When they're upstairs and it's just the two of them dancing together, and like they're showing them like just if you watch it again, it's like they're just trying to be like they're too cool for school, but and all of a sudden they just bust out this hole, and they both just move so beautifully, and to watch them together, and I think I remember it so much. Mom being
Baryshnikov.
like mom's reactions to it guided my like, oh, this is amazing, look at that, like they move so well. And I was like 7 when that came out.
No.
That's cool.
But it like impressed on me like how what amazing movement they did together. So
Absolutely. I mean, they were masters of their craft. I mean, Hines was the tapper, which the
mhm.
classically trained ballet dancer, like the whole mechanics. I don't remember even the plot of the movie, but I remember
I
that.
don't either.
And I
I
remember,
always
go ahead.
I was saying I always mix it up with oh God, again the quick on my feet. uh what's Gregory Hines in?
Running Scared.
Yes, Running Scared. Thank you. I always mix it. I continue to mix those two up until I really put some thought into it. But
Which one of you guys thinks Shine Sweet Freedom? Because I haven't gotten that out of my damn head since. Because I did see that movie so many times. And I love Michael McDonald and
Yeah.
the roller skates and the tank tops.
Yes.
it's all scenes from that movie because when they did the Key West visit. So
Yeah,
that's all the time.
Oh, it's
I
so
just want to go live in that video.
right. Don't you
In that scene.
Can we just all go to Clearwater Beach, 1987?
That's going to way, way back.
Yeah.
Way back.
Top
Fantastic.
tops and roller skates is where it's at.
Right.
Uh,
Mesh tanks and roller skates. I could do
Yeah,
I could do that right now.
all day long.
I'm surprised I haven't. I've been at home for so long. I should have. That phase is coming.
the roller skate phase.
Why not?
Not mad.
What else to do?
Maybe I'll ice skate in the mesh tank top. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just got new rollerblades and that shit is hard.
You got new rollerblades?
Are there such things as new rollerblades?
They make them.
They make
Where does one pick up a pair of rollerblades?
They did not come from Played Against Sports. They are new. Remember
that was
And-
Yeah.
myself.
Get the risk
Yeah.
on. Get the risk.
I need-
for
For sure.
Don't be a hero. Face yourself. I get shin splints just looking at it. All right.
Oh,
We're coming around with Andrea.
hey, I'm gonna go a little risque with this next one. Where's my ladies at? I'm gonna go Magic Mike, guys.
Oh,
And
we're gonna do that.
Which one? Which one?
With
the pony.
Yeah.
Matt when he dances to pony.
Yeah.
Whew.
Maybe some of us.
Too hot and bothered? I don't know. I mean, I told my husband tonight. He was like, "What are you talking about?" I guess he's never seen that movie. And I'm like, "You want to get laid? You need to turn this movie on because I don't know one. There's not one woman on the planet that doesn't turn on. I'm just saying.
No.
Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
Confused.
He's
I
not
was gonna say that or the final scene with Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whew, I think we all just need a minute.
Pony's iconic.
Be right back.
Well, Pony's iconic anyway. I'm like, you can turn Pony on and like dirty cams and you get red.
Right. That song instantly makes everyone a stripper.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Goats.
Moms, grandmas.
Chardonnay.
Grandpa.
I am a professional.
Facts. But if you scroll through like 20 TikToks, you're gonna run into a pony video.
Mhm.
And his now ex-wife did his dance, and when they did the lip sync battle,
Oh yes.
We saw it.
he did it.
That's
She,
awesome.
She wasn't as hot as him. She was not as hot as him. She
No, she was pretty hot in it though.
yeah,
didn't do it for me. You know, I like the girl.
he did it pretty well, but he's still. I mean, I'm a big Tatum fan. I had it on my list. I watched both movies multiple times. I have no shame in that. And
There is no
By yourself or with Katie?
by myself.
Fine. No, we're not judging. We're just taking notes. By himself, he watched. Just kidding.
I watch a lot of movies by myself. Though, I'm up late. Like I said, those Cobra Kai episodes aren't going to watch themselves, so I got to.
Exactly. Somebody's gonna do it.
All right, so that's your second pick. Now you
Okay.
do third.
And I get to go again. Okay, I'm gonna go old school with this one, and I hope because you will be okay. The Nicholas brothers. What do you know about the Nicholas brothers? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. See, it's gonna be super obscure. Is that okay?
Perfect.
So they're dancing to Cab Calloway's. It's black and white. They're two brothers who were possibly the best dancers of all time, but they were two black brothers in the I want to say 40s, like early 40s, 43, something like that.
Yep.
totally choreographed this thing, videoed it on the first take, and it is the most amazing dance scene. Oh, I want to like bring it up right now. It's to Cap Calloway's Jumpin' Jack. Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he has the full band there, and these two brothers jump up as if they're like it was not planned. But they videoed it on the first take, and it is just. They ended up teaching like Michael Jackson, and they were some of the greatest tap dancers ever, and they were Black, and they never got any reward for their talents. But it is one of the most amazing videos ever. The end of it, they end with they're down this big staircase, and they're ending jumping over each other into the splits down the stairs. They go down the entire staircase, and the first take, and they land in the splits, and the whole thing is they're jumping from table to table and tap dancing on everything.
Nice.
The Nicholas brothers.
I'm linking that.
Go look it up after. Yeah, link it. Can you like put it with this?
I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna attach that thing.
It's one of the greatest dance movies. What was the name?
Right.
Stormy Weather was the name of the movie. Couldn't remember the name.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Stormy Weather.
All right. I came here to get educated, and I just have.
You what? I didn't hear you.
I said I came here to get educated, and I just have. Thank you very much.
Yep, me too.
Perfect.
All
All right, so my next one is going to have to be the audition scene from Flashdance.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You just want to better your life after you watch that. You're like, what am I doing with my life? None of
None
this
of-
matters.
Sure.
None of this matters. I need to be
No.
dancing.
Right.
I just want to dance, for sure.
Good feeling.
What a what a feeling. Well played. Well
For
played.
sure.
Betty.
For sure.
I just want to spin and point at people sometimes. Just,
Yeah.
down the whole line, like judges, you ain't got shit on me. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Just crush it. And the leg warmers, iconic scene. Just getting warmed up. There you go.
Mhm. Mhm.
I just want to wear leg warmers every day.
Which,
Hey,
you know what, did it just dawn on me that did Paula Abdul remake her video after that scene? Like, why did Paula Abdul
I think
just
it was like inspired by it.
Yeah.
right? What was
The
that song?
judges and the nervousness from the judges to get a little too
Yeah.
hot in here kind of deal.
Yeah.
And
Totally it.
fighting. Yeah, I think exactly. It was an homage to it.
Which, by the way, speaking of Paula Abdul, have you seen her in that commercial where she's like 20?
Yes, I love it for the arthritis cream.
Oh, it's so good.
Not
The
in
arthritis cream. I mean, A, we could all use it. B, that commercial is I just want
To get up and dance.
just to get up and dance and to congratulate her because she looks amazing. And how
Right.
about her going a little bit crazy for a while? And then she came back, she's like, I'm not crazy. I'm amazing. And she redid that.
She's like, I'm not crazy. I've been living in one of those like hyperbaric Michael Jackson chambers, and I'm still 20 years younger than I really am.
Right.
Or maybe younger.
I love it.
Right.
That commercial makes me want to dance.
Yes, for sure.
That's
It's
what
just
happens. Go ahead. That's what
Just
happens when you hang out with the cartoon cat. You guys hook up.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird.
Opposites attract, right?
Super weird.
Opposites.
I think he was like Chester the Cheetah.
He had a name. He totally had a
He
name.
MC Scat Cat.
Oh, there you go. Ask Mr. Knott.
Ask and you shall receive. There you go.
I think he was the Cheetos cat.
Or like his cousin.
Yeah. Right.
Wasn't the Cheetos.
Take 2 steps forward. She takes 2 steps back.
It's attractive,
I'm totally confused about the snake thing right now. So is it my turn?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I thought my turn was like 4 turns ago, so I'm kind of thrown off my game. All right, number 3, I'm gonna go with the ending credit scene from New Year's Eve with Zac Efron and Michelle Pfeiffer. Because it is embarrassingly old lady dancing with hot Zac Efron. And it reminds me of myself dancing. As if I were
Who's
like,
your Zac Efron?
You have
I-
too many tweens in your house. I'm just gonna say that. Just gonna put that out there.
I don't know. It just reminds me of me dancing, but it's super, super funny because she's like Elaine dancing. She's like little spastic moves, but Zac Efron is normal Zac Efron, super cute and obviously a good dancer. And so it's funny.
Yeah.
It's another movie that I really like. Weird. but funny.
What's the movie?
New Year's Eve.
Gosh, you watched some really.
They did
Yeah.
a string of holiday movies. They did like Valentine's Day. They did New Year's Eve. I think they did
Hmm.
Mother's Day, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I like them all. They're very
our
entertaining.
study cast, they each had like little
Right.
bits throughout the whole thing. And
Yeah.
they kind of interwove the stories.
Yeah, it's like all these separate little stories, but then they end up meshing at the end.
It's like
They're
a
good.
better Love Actuality. Love Actually.
Hmm. Right.
Because there's not like scumbag people trying to steal your girl or like
Mhm.
Alan Rickman shitting on his wife. So it's better than that.
Hmm. All right.
Okay.
Shots fired at Love Actually. I hate that movie. Yeah, so. All right.
Talking about, so we're just smiling and nodding.
All right. Now I'm going. Oh, shoot. I think I go back to back again. And that'll be it. I was
What?
with my number 3. I was nervous about my number 4. So I will start with my number 3.
Okay.
I had maybe 5 VHS tapes growing up in like the early 90s, late 80s. And one of them, you all did it. You did these moves when at either grade school or middle school dance. The movie was House Party, starring Mr. Kid and Mr. Play. And the Ain't My Type of Hype scene when they're doing the back and forth, kick, and heels,
Oh,
jump through the hand.
Oh,
that's why they're doing that too.
heel.
You like go out in the hallway and like practice that while you're at a dance, like with your
Right.
bestie.
yep.
Nobody does not have a routine doing something similar. You were kicking heels in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
You may not have had the
Totally did that at
bright green Sprite suit that Clay was wearing or whatever, but that scene was iconic to me. And I
Yes.
memorized that movie back and forth.
100%.
we 100% did that at our 12th birthday party at the Lake of the Woods. No, Crystal Lake
Lake
Boathouse.
House.
Where
Yes.
Jenny and Reagan and
Wasn't
Kate
it?
were our DJs. I had a washable silk green culottes outfit. J.R. Rogers was there.
Ooh.
He did. Oh, J.R. Rogers did that move with somebody. Who was it?
Like Mike Sabia or somebody.
Maybe, or Teddy Spades or something. It was.
Ooh, I think I had on a starter jacket.
I'm sure you did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Sure you did.
Was it Teal? Was it Charlotte Hornets by chance? Because that was always the highest.
Probably so.
Yes.
Well, good chance, yes.
Jenny had a Jordan one on. Yeah, I remember it was our birthday party and I was like super mad because all the boys were like super duper crushing on you and Jenny and Kate. And like, I was like, it's my birthday party, not my older sister.
You know, they all
Yeah.
wanted to be on the
You and
DJ.
your starter jacket.
Good stuff.
That's kind of what I
digress.
that's what I felt
Go
like
back.
we were age 5, so there you go.
You what?
Nothing.
Oh, all right. I missed it.
Let it all out.
Let it all.
The therapy session. Alaska's therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do you got, Reg?
Oh, me again? God, see, I don't know the.
I still got one more.
Oh no, we
Oh.
got one more.
I got one more, my last one. I get 2 back-to-backers, then I'm out. So I have a lot of obscure ones here. But I might save them for honorable mentions at the end.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do right now is pay homage to the recently fallen Ozone and use my man Turbo though, however, and from breaking the room dancing. When I
Yes.
thought literally as a kid, like this guy's a wizard and I want to do everything he does, and he's the greatest dancer I've ever seen in my entire life. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna really horribly try to recreate all these steps on a
I'm gonna practice really hard.
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out a pair of cardboard and lay it down in the office and practice at Kate Keller's house. It's been
Ah, that's
so
amazing.
good.
I love Turbo, Ozone. Those are my guys. I watch the same Miracles. I love Kelly, the whole deal, everything to the dad, like even the demonstrative way they grabbed the roll on their way out. It was just like all attitude. it was everything to me, and I just wanted so badly to do things that my little body wouldn't let me do. So shout out to Turbo and the Broom Scene, and that's my fourth and final
Nice.
pick.
That's a
Now
great.
back to you.
That is a great pick.
Yep.
Be the winner right there. All right, my number 4 is another obscure family movie that we all love. Guardians of the Galaxy. The dance-off scene to "Ooh Child" with Chris Pratt, aka Peter Quill, when he breaks down the end of the galaxy. He basically stops it with a dance-off and
Oh.
throws that guy off his game and saves the world.
Beautiful pick. I love that.
I mean, the soundtrack of that whole movie is so good. The movie's totally cheesy, but it has the greatest soundtrack I've probably ever heard. 1 and 2.
Hey,
I didn't yet to ever see any of those movies.
Dude, they're
It brought back cassette tapes for a little bit. Like people
Yeah.
were actually buying the yellow
for
walk
sure.
and making tapes again because of how popular
hmm
that whole scene was. I mean, it was iconic. That's a great pick. We actually listened to Child at bath time tonight, so it's really funny. We have like one of those little baby plug-in Alexas in the back room. Yeah, it was requested, so
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
fantastic.
It was a good one.
Coming back to you, Angie. She's scratching that one off. She had it on her list, and now she doesn't
Not
know
doing
what to do.
Mm,
Not gonna do it.
Like, oh, Guardians.
didn't have that one.
Not it.
I think I've got several options, but I'm gonna go with This Is Me from The Greatest Showman. Right?
Disney Plus represent.
This is me. Oh man, it's just so good.
So good.
All of it. From like when she walks out of the hoity-toity with all the Richies, the bus past all the people in the streets, and then they end up in the circus tent. All the oh man, it's just so good. So that's mine.
Mhm.
I love that one.
I love all the things in that whole movie.
Yeah.
That's a soundtrack. I love that soundtrack.
Yeah, we actually saw that multiple times in the theater. Fancy stuff.
Remember the theater, guys? Remember when we used to go to theaters?
What's up there?
That was neat. That was neat when that lasted.
Wrap it.
Right.
To wrap it all up
This it? Am I wrapping it up?
is the final pick for the bag of 16 because we've
Okay.
all will be 4 once you finish.
This was originally my number 2, but I
Oh,
got nervous. But it's still so good. And I'm going back to my musical theater roots here. But the Cell Block Tango from Chicago.
oh yeah.
Lipschitz.
Mhm.
Oh, the whole thing. I mean, the whole like nod to Fosse. And you can't sit still during this. I always attribute great dance scenes to ones that you just can't sit still to. You cannot sit. Like, and that makes me honestly like want to do theater again every time I hear that song, see that dance scene. Like, I can do this.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like the slow build because they're doing like the line
Yeah,
and
where they're talking
down and like
exactly, all naming their
slowly-
crime and what they did and how they got into jail. He had it coming.
Right.
He had it coming. If I didn't have my pajama shorts on, I would get up and do the dance for you guys, but I'm
Come
always
on.
on the top.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
I'm really not getting up and doing that, but
Do you have your fishnets on under them?
right? Can you imagine if I lifted up and had fishnets and black pants on?
Yeah, tap shoes,
Ready for the big scene?
with my final pick. Whoa.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna bust into a whole routine
I'm
here.
black,
Why say it when I can just show you?
right?
And then
Yeah.
boom.
And I should have. If I was cool, I would have done that.
No, I love it.
Here we are.
I was curious. You mentioned Fosse. I was curious if all that jazz was going to come up. Actually,
Yeah. I mean, those are all like, okay, so now we'll do our honorable mentions,
Yeah,
right?
do-
West
those
Side
come out.
Story, the gang scene, the
Yep.
gang dance, West Side Story,
Yep.
Pulp Fiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jack Rabbit Slims.
So
Love
good. Singing in the Rain, that's a classic. Yeah, and those were my backups. Oh, and then I just gotta do one more honorable mention. Practical Magic, Midnight Margaritas, when they're dancing around the table. I don't know why this wasn't my number one to begin with. I feel like I'm doing my tribe wrong, but
So good. Love it.
doesn't everyone always want to have magic or midnight margaritas now?
Yes.
With Magic Mike.
Mike?
Cheers.
Midnight
Yes.
margaritas, with Magic Mike.
Yes.
Yes, please.
That's the ultimate alliteration right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Wipe it all out.
Scrabble, you could just drop the mic after that. It's just quadruple word score. Midnight Margaritas, Magic Mike. I'm out. Done.
Oh, done.
Done.
End the game.
Does anybody else have any honorable mentions? Mine are weird.
I had the Teen Wolf, the dance in the gym.
Yeah.
Oh, they all do the little,
Yes.
yeah.
Ooh, you know what else is so good is 13 going on 30 when they do Thriller.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
You
Arnold.
watch the
You love
I know.
Efron. Just love Efron. Wasn't he in that one too?
Yeah, are
Yeah.
you super into Efron movies or?
Let's
I mean, you
remind
have
how
tweens
old
in your house, teens in your house.
two teams are. I mean, you clearly watch these with Reese and Campbell, right?
Yeah, right.
Not like you're on with John. Like, these aren't your and John's favorite movies.
Some of them are. Some are, yes.
We did. So, that's
We
all.
like cheesy movies.
In the vein of Teen Wolf, I did have the African Anteater ritual from Can't Buy Me Love on there.
Okay. Good stuff.
Mm.
That was
Mhm.
definitely one of them.
I don't
Well,
remember that one.
yeah, Patrick Dempsey's trying to be cool. You remember Can't Buy Me Love, right?
Yeah, I remember the movie, but I can't remember the dance scene.
The dance is coming up and he's searching, so he turns on the TV to try to find American Bandstand because that's what they did in 1980s. There was no Google, and he accidentally turns on like a nature network, and they're
Oh,
it's two people recreating this African anteater ritual.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So
who's that?
goes and does it at the dance, and everybody goes bonkers for it and starts
Yeah.
singing too.
Oh,
And
for
all
sure.
the guys sitting on the bleachers are laughing like it's the African anteater ritual because they recognize it for what it was. But it was like a meta joke at the time, but it was hilarious that
Oh yeah.
it was
Yeah.
all selling the whole, doesn't matter if you're popular or not, you can sell
Right.
whatever. And there you go.
Mhm.
My other ones were, American Psycho, Hip to Be Square. It was
Ooh.
kind of creepy, but I love that one.
All good.
Wolf of Wall Street, Leo doing his pop and lock routine on the dance floor.
Yeah.
It a lot, so it may show up on your feed sometimes, but they reel him in and he comes off, and it's like, coming back to flashback to the 1980s. And then the other one's Ex Machina, which I doubt a lot of people have seen, but the disco dancing, yeah, I'm a terrible
that one.
explorer was the quote before that. So yeah, that's why they're in the honorable mentions, and I will link a few of them as well because they are amazing. So yeah, fantastic. We crushed that,
Yeah.
and it's all before 10 o'clock. We're all good.
Look at that.
And
And we don't turn into pumpkins. Imagine we're all just little shriveled up pumpkins.
Old lady.
Oh, well, thank you for doing this. This was so much fun.
Thank you for joining me. We got to do it again.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Mhm.
so looking forward to the reunion thing you're gonna do. You gotta get that.
Yeah, I'm still working on that.
High school reunion.
It's more planning than I had intended based on the
I bet.
response. I don't know if I should do like different high schools or if I should try to interweave them or if that would be awkward. I think I might have to do a Central and Centennial since I'm equally represented here in the household.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably should, because that's just too many people. And I don't know what to talk about with Centennial people, except that I dated all the cute boys.
I said, all my boyfriends are from Centennial. Oh,
I need to
shoot.
drag them.
You meet them at McDonald's back in the day. Mhm.
Oh, Garcia's. On
Mm.
Matt.
No, the Centennial boys, you'd go meet at the McDonald's over by Centennial.
I don't know what Centennial boys you were meeting, but I met them at the Garcias on Mattis.
Oh, and
We
Mattis,
always
yeah.
got train riding together.
You're right next to each other.
That's true.
Yeah, I thought you said on Green Street. I'm like, no.
No, that's where we went to find Central Girls.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sure.
Green Street. Garcia's is where I almost got beat up by all the Centennial girls.
Okay, we're not
We're not
we're
gonna-
not gonna go there.
And on that note,
Come on. I have to go
Let's
there.
talk about union. Bring
Um,
that. That'll be
I did think of a topic for you in your bag of six stuff.
yeah,
And maybe you've done this before, but along this topic, this not getting beat up, but boyfriends. And talking about tapes, like what about like your top 6 mixtape you'd make for your girlfriend or boyfriend?
ooh,
Top
Yeah,
6
like
songs you'd put on a mixtape.
1995 or 1996. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have been flirting
Take it
with
now.
90s bangers one that I want to do. So it's not only it's just all 90s bangers. So that's a good spin on that. And
Nice.
then on the flip side, I want to do like your worst single purchases. So like, remember when you go to Camelot and buy the one? And us
Like
three-
$4.99.
Sure.
I had
Yeah.
like us 3 Cantaloupe. Why the fuck did I buy that? Nobody knows. Bitty bitty bop. Funky. What the fuck is I doing?
No.
But yeah, I
For
bought
sure.
like $5. Wait.
Yeah.
We had a singles tape of oh man, it just left my brain, but it
Kilo.
It was that good.
was that good.
Mm,
It's good to
really reinforcing our age right now.
Yes, I'm gonna think about it all night. We totally had it on single.
I love the mixtape angle though, Angie. I'm gonna steal that. All credit to you because we are still recording.
Maybe they'll know.
Perfect.
Like, this is Bill Davis's idea.
All right. I'm gonna stop recording now. It was a pleasure to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me.